Right now, our game already has player movement, animated coins, score tracking, and victory screen, and a restart button. The only problem is there is no challenge whether you finish it in 10 seconds or 10 minutes. The outcome is exactly the same. A countdown timer gives player a goal to race against the time and instantly makes the game much more exciting. Let's begin by adding a node that would keep track of the time. So I would click on main, add child, and I would create a timer node. I'll rename it as game timer. Now you can see inside the signals there is a method called timeout. So I would connect this signal to our main scene and add a variable time left equal to, let's say, 30, and each time our timer goes out I would reduce it by 1. And inside the game timer, inside the inspector, I would set the wait time as 1. I would turn the one shot off and auto start to on. So what this basically does is our timer times out after every 1 second. It keeps on looping and it auto starts when our game starts. To show you that it actually works, I would just print our time left here, and if I run the scene now, you can see the timer counting down on the bottom of the screen in the console. So our timer is working properly. Now we just need to show it. So we just need another label to show it. So we would just duplicate our score label and name it as timer label. I would move it to the center of our screen and change the text to time left equal to our starting time, which is 30. Also inside the script we would need to set it, so we would be printing it the same way as we printed our score. Time left %d is time left, where time left is our variable and %d signifies that it's an integer. So now if I run our scene, you can see we have a time left, the timer keeps decreasing, the score increases. If I close it, if I reduce the timer value to something like 10 so that it could be over soon, and if I go on collecting our coins, you can see I can keep collecting the coins and the time left is going into negative values. We don't really want it to go into negative values, and I definitely want something like you lose to happen if the timer runs out. So let's do that now. So inside our timer node, when we are doing time left minus equal to 1, what I do before this is I would check if time left is equal to 0. If it's equal to 0, I'd stop our game timer and I would display our victory panel. There would be one change though, the title label says you win. But in case you lose, I want it to say you lose. So I would set the text of it to you lose. And that's it. If I run the game now, you can see the timer starts at 30, which we don't want. We want it to start at our original time. So what I would do is I would copy this and paste it inside our ready method. So our timer gets updated with the initial time left when we start the scene. So now you can see timer starts from 10 seconds and it decreases. I'm trying to collect the coins while the time runs out. I would not collect all the coins and it gives me you lose. Now you can notice one thing I can do is I can still go on and collect the coins, which is not really ideal because I have already lost it. I can restart using our same functionality, which is good. So the only thing we need to fix is that we need to stop our player's movement if the time runs out. Now to do that we would just go to our player script and I would add a variable called can move. I would keep its initial value true since it needs to be moving at the beginning. I would just set here inside physics process. If not can move, then just return. So if the can move is false, none of this gets played. The animation, the movement slide, the direction, nothing happens, which is exactly what we want. Now, if we go back to our main screen, you can see there are few things we need to do in our both win conditions. So, if I win using the coin collection, I need to show the victory panel, stop the game timer, and stop the player. So if I set the players can move equal to false, you can see that this part would be common for our game over scene even for the win condition. So I would just copy this part and create a new function out of it. Once I've copied it, I can just go ahead and remove it from our scene and instead call it directly. I would do the same here. When our win condition is hit, I would call it. The only difference is that on win condition we are just calling this, and on the lose condition we are calling you lose text with it. So if I play the game now, you can see I go on collecting the coins and I lost. I didn't collect all the coins. If I restart it and if I try to collect it again, think 10 seconds is a bit too low for it. I would just increase the time to something like 15 seconds. Now I should be comfortably able to collect all the coins. Okay, you can configure it as you want. You can see the timer stops, the player cannot move anymore, the win statement is printed, and you can restart the game if you want. The timer would keep playing, and we can see we already tested our win condition, so let's test our lose condition as well. I'm not collecting these coins, and you lose. You can see the timer stopped at 0, I cannot move my character, and the score stays as well. So that's it for today's video. We know how to handle the lose condition, and our game actually has two endings now. The player can win and the player can lose. In the next episode, we'll make the game feel even better by adding sound effects for collecting coins, winning the level, and running out of the time. See you in the next one.